Hey everyone,
I'm Darren.
I'm Mike, and we are
the Froze Bros.
Welcome back. We've been on vacation for a little bit. It's after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're ready to get back into it.
We had a couple weeks off. We did not have episodes. We dropped some videos on Instagram Reels and TikTok, so check those out.
We're TikToking now.
Yeah, I had some ice cream and I had a Starbucks holiday frozen drink.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one of the syrupy, sweet drinks.
So they love their syrup.
That went as expected.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but if you want to know what he thinks about it, you got to go.
Yeah. It was the gingerbread.
Instagram. Oh, we got it. Nice.
Not too bad.
Okay.
But yeah.
Giving the game away here.
My full let it go or keep it bro opinion is in the video.
All right. And we have an exciting guest. One of our favorite guests, Joe, is back.
It's awesome to be back, guys.
Yeah. Glad you're back.
Third time's the charm.
You're the first 3-timer.
All right.
That's a real honor.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here today. Really am.
You're better at remembering these things than I am, but I believe that's correct. But yeah, we had to bring in our pizza correspondent for today's topic.
This is a momentous episode.
It is actually, yeah. We need to be playing up how big this is.
This was big.
Because, today we're going to be reviewing an actual frozen pizza, one of the top 5 frozen foods for sure. Probably the top frozen food. At least in terms of, maybe not in how much is consumed necessarily, but it's what you think of when you think of frozen food.
We've done this before. We're not going to go through the top 5.
Frozen vegetables, French fries, waffles,
French fries, waffles, pizza,
burrito. Other.
That's top 5?
I don't know. I forget what we said.
We're making this up.
Oh, you made up top 5.
Oh, our personal
your
top 5.
Personal top 5.
It's our own guess. Yes.
I can't believe ice cream didn't make it.
Well, that's a naturally frozen food. Yeah, so that's not what I'm thinking about, but it's definitely up there for
unnaturally frozen.
Unnatural, yeah. I'm thinking of things, that are normally.
I think Joe's right. No, I think that's got to be
It should be on the top 5.
Ice cream is sold frozen.
Yeah. Let's put it in the top 5. Let's get vegetables out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know if all vegetables are grouped together. I think vegetables is going to be way up there.
I think ice cream isn't as big in other parts of the country as it is here in the Northeast. Really? Yeah. When I was down in Tennessee, like you go walk into a Massachusetts, a Boston groceries, there's ice cream, like a whole wall of ice cream. When I was in Tennessee at the Publix or the other one, there wasn't that many varieties.
They just have Turkey Hill.
Yeah, Turkey Hill, Blue Buddy or something.
I used to think Turkey Hill was fancy. That's what we graduated to from store brand.
From Seal Test.
Maybe, yeah.
We had Friendlies as a kid.
And that's Brigham's is big for
That's
us.
just New England.
Yeah. And Brigham's was, I think, just real local.
I don't think New York even had Friendly.
Yeah, Brigham's, big Massachusetts brand.
Yeah.
Friendlies, I feel like, they're definitely in Connecticut, but I think of them more as a Massachusetts thing.
Well, they were founded in Springfield in 1935.
Wow.
I read the menu so many times.
Going out to the Berkshires.
My brother's Curtin Press Blake, 1935, Springfield, Massachusetts. This needs to come up in trivia sometime.
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully this will pay off at some point. It's already paid off for this episode, just to know that off the top of your head. But yeah, we'll start this episode off like we always do with what we've been eating. Darren, you had something relatively recently.
Yeah, I'm back from a vacation cruise, had a bunch of frozen drinks, posted some of those on the gram. But this past week, I had some Trader Joe's
handsome
cut French fries. Yeah, I was looking for them. They pulled those out of the back, said, "Sir, these are especially for you. You get the handsome cut."
They're almost named Darren fries.
They should have called them Darren fries, obviously.
There were no directions for the air fryer in these, but
bullshit.
Yeah, I did it in the air fryer anyway, and they were fantastic.
Nice. How long did you stick them in there for? Hard to say.
It's like, I don't.
Did you just kind of pull it? You open it up and you check until they're done.
Shake it a bunch. I think it was about a 10-minute, maybe.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Joe, you have anything recent?
I can tell you about my Thanksgiving Day disaster.
Oh yeah, sure.
So did
you bring a frozen turkey?
Well, no. My sister does Thanksgiving, and she called me up and said, "Will you bring some?" I said, "No, I don't cook." So she says, "You can't do one thing." I said, "I'll do one thing I think I can find prepared butternut squash."
Sure.
So I said, I'll go to Market Basket, which is really an amazing grocery store here local.
Great store. If you have it and you haven't, if it's in your area, you haven't tried it.
You have to go. The prices are great. It's just a really good everyday grocery store. She says, you're not even going to go to Wegmans for Thanksgiving, which I love Wegmans. I think it's terrific.
Great store too.
So I said, all right, I'll go to Wegmans. Well,
I take the Market Basket prices and add $3.
Add $3 like baseline.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find any of the prepared, what do you call it? Butternut squash. Like, it's not even frozen out. But then I went to the
You mean
frozen place. Yeah,
Like,
like,
it prepared, or you want it like cut and cubed already?
no, I wanted it done.
Fully.
I was going to put it in a
Done.
dish
Okay.
and heat it up. So then I went into the frozen piece, and they had these little purees that were like little discs. So I bought 5 of them. They were $5 each, 25. Well, they came out. It was all like, I put it in the thing and I tried to put butter. It was a disaster. And it tasted terrible. It was all watery. And I brought it into the thing. And my sister looked at me. She goes, what is that? And my sister says, I know. My other sister goes, I know what that is. Those are that pureed crap from Wegmans. Those are terrible. So they ate it and they looked at me like, how could you bring this? And I said, well, just throw it away. So they're like, we can't serve this. It was so terrible. So that's my disaster. So what I'm hoping my sister learned is don't ask Joe to bring stuff unless it's a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn helplessness
bring the
thing.
wine or pick up a
A dessert
pie or something.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll learn that
That's funny.
lesson.
And people don't necessarily know this unless we've already talked about it, but Joe is a good cook. So you certainly have the capability
I actually
to do
am
this
a
if you
good cook,
care.
but I just decided one day I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just
Not
a
into
lot
it.
of work.
Yep. Hey, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went over to an aunt's place for Thanksgiving, and I just did the bottle of wine. I did make some ginger snap cookies. I wanted to make something, and one of the relatives is allergic to dairy, so I had to find something with no butter, no cream,
no flavor.
and yeah, well, the ginger snaps use Crisco, so they're pretty good.
Oh yeah.
We had a few frozen pies, I think. My cousin's kid was selling pies before Thanksgiving. But these were, it's a Connecticut thing, Lyman Orchard pies. I don't know what town that's in. It's somewhere in the middle of Connecticut.
Lyman Orchard.
But then they came frozen. There were like 3 different pumpkin pies. It used to be worse when my aunt was alive.
Or before pumpkin
She'd
pie.
make one. My cousin would have pies from some friend who made a dozen of them and delivered one. And then it'd be like 6 pies. And I don't like pumpkin pie.
Right.
So,
And it was 6 pumpkin
famously.
pies?
Yeah, there was an apple pie.
Oh.
I don't remember if there was a pecan pie. I don't eat that either.
It's the best pie that exists.
Pecan?
I love
Yeah.
pecan pie.
Basically just a gelatinized sugar in a pie crust.
I love it. I love it.
You know what I want for Thanksgiving, though, sometimes that I can't get anyone in my family to make, and I should just do it? I want oyster stuffing.
My dad loves
that's
oyster
so
stuffing. We
classic.
always have some
Have you
of
had that?
I hate it, but some
I've never
people
had
love
it. I know it's classic New England.
Yeah, I would love that.
Like, I've never had it.
Yeah.
I bet you it's delicious.
Maybe it's an Italian thing because my dad's from the Midwest, but it's an Italian family.
It might be.
Yeah. And you just stick a jar of, like, he uses jarred oysters. Maybe I would like it better with fresh
yeah,
oysters.
get
I
the
don't know.
oysters from the fish market.
Shuck them yourself.
Yeah, you get them shucked. I wouldn't do that. I would most certainly cut my hand over.
Shucking's a pain in the ass. You have to have a special glove.
I've never shucked before. You've shucked?
I have.
Uh-huh.
It's not that easy. My nephew's amazing at it because we have the fishing boat on the Cape, and then he goes right off our dock and gets he's just a real pro. But it is hard. Like, you really have to.
Does he have like a big scar on the heel of his
If you don't do it right, yeah, you could really hurt yourself.
This actually just made me think of something. This is not the Interpret Your Dreams podcast, but
well, let's give it a try.
Last weekend when I was having a weird sleep with a bunch of weird dreams in the morning, I don't know if it was shucking or what, but there was an outdoor picnic party in the backyard of the house that I grew up in. People from all different times of my life were there. Somehow my hand was just bloodied and cut up down to the bone in a bunch of different places, and none of you fucks would drive me to the hospital.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't there. Mike and I would have driven you.
Mike was there. I don't
Oh,
know.
Mike, you bastard.
You know what that means? I do know what that means.
Do you?
Yeah, it means that you should eat some frozen pizza.
Frozen pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I think in the symbolism of dreams, that's exactly what it means.
Yeah. Actually, my uncle is a big dream interpreter. He's a very smart guy. He's like an engineer, and then later in life got into dreams, and he goes around the country lecturing people about dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I've never listened to any of these. I don't know anything about it, but yeah, he definitely told me about the pizza and the hand cutting thing.
Body mutilation and
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah. So we need to eat some pizza.
All right. Do we have any other little topics we want to hit up before trying this fine? Should we say what we're gonna have?
Yeah, we're having a Screamin Sicilian holy pepperoni.
Holy pepperoni.
Yeah, this is a brand that I didn't really notice until last couple of years, maybe.
Yeah. I tried it for the first time, definitely not more than a year ago. Darren and I have talked about this. In fact, I think we've talked about it on pod.
My mustache. I looked at the box.
Yeah. The box.
Sorry.
When we're reviewing, we'll talk about the box too. The box has a mustache that you can punch out.
Yeah. We'll
wear.
actually get some pictures of that.
I might have to be the one to do that.
But yeah, we've talked about it before that we both like this brand. We've tried it recently, and we wanted to do a pizza, and we wanted to do something with Joe, and he is, as we mentioned before, the Screamin Sicilian
Mm-hmm.
in our lives.
Many screams.
So it was appropriate.
So we're all a little bit Italian, but Joe, you're fully Italian and Sicilian.
Fully Sicilian. Yeah, I'm like
Fully
really looking
Sicilian.
forward to this.
Right.
And I actually have that mustache live.
That
Like I actually
does
have that mustache.
he
he
on the
has
logo.
the exact Screamin Sicilian mustache. So he can't wear the punch out mustache
'Cause he don't need to.
Have to do that. Anyway, we're gonna pop this in
looking
the
forward to
oven.
it.
Yeah. We're gonna pop this in the oven, and we will give it a try, and we'll be right back with our thoughts. Joe.
Can't wait.
And we're back.
We are back, and we've had some pizza.
We tried the holy pepperoni, the holiest of pepperonis. It's appropriate, it's Christmas time is coming up,
The
helps me get in touch with my Christian side.
Holy Month. Is it Holy Month or is that Easter month?
It's
Okay.
Advent.
It's Advent.
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 Oh no, Advent. Yeah, Advent is
Nah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lent is for Easter.
Yep.
Yes.
It's 2 holy months. Do they call it Holy Month? I don't remember.
No, there's
Holy Week.
Holy
Holy
Week.
Week
Yeah.
leading up to
Holy
Easter.
Week.
Yeah.
That's a really good week.
So it is advantageous
Good
that we have had this pizza
Yeah.
in Advent.
Nice one.
Yeah. This is the first time you've had Screamin'
It
Sicilian,
is.
Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a fun box because it's got a giant mustache and mouth on it, and then there's an opening where the teeth are, and you see the pizza inside, and all of the ingredients just sort of falling down
Yeah.
out of the mouth.
Yeah, I think this is a really good example of they take a weakness and make it a strength. Anybody that has frozen pizza knows that the pizza toppings, because they store them vertically, kind of fall down to the bottom. And so they have this open mouth towards the bottom, and it looks like it's just kind of like vomiting up a bunch of pepperoni.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun.
Which is amazing.
And I guess I'm not making it sound as attractive, but it looks pretty
Vomiting
cool.
up. Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's vomiting, but it looks like there's a bunch of pepperoni in his mouth, I guess.
And as we've noted with other pizzas, well, our Red Baron French bread pizza, and what else did we do? The pizza cupcakes. This also says made with 100% real cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got the real dairy logo there too, which I'm not sure everyone else did. So,
Wow.
mm-hmm.
Guess I'm not sure what that means. They have the backing of the cheese industry.
The cheese or the dairy industry.
A cheese, what's the word for people? A lobbyist. They've appealed to the lobby.
Our holy pepperoni pizza, it may take a few Hail Marys to get you through. Our individually rolled stone-fired medium crust struggles to hold the abundance of our tongue-popping secret recipe tomato sauce, which we craft from the finest tomatoes available, and then add piles of mozzarella. If you think you can handle a challenge to your taste buds, open your hymnal and start praying. I don't think I'd ever read that.
Yeah, me neither. That's fun copy. I guess did they say it's challenging in some way? What's the challenge? I don't know.
Struggles to hold the crust struggles to hold the abundance of tongue popping.
Gotcha.
Oh, no. If you think you can handle the challenge to your taste buds, so there's a
It's
challenge, but they're
so
saying they're
fancy.
so flavorful.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
My taste buds were rebelling. They were like, oh God, like, get me out of here. So
Yes.
good.
They're calling this a stone-fired, medium crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, and premium pepperoni.
Yeah.
It's a good-looking box.
It's a nice box. I like it. It's just got the background is brown. It looks like a brown box. But I like it when they're just like, kind of simple. And then it's green, red, white, and black. So you've got that Italian coloring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we said, it's got the fun thing, like the fun image with the mouth, and also the punch out for the mustache, which Darren will be trying on later. But that's a good time. Everyone's having fun.
I mean, it looks like a fun brand. Like, it just looks like, you're going to take it home and have it's going to just be a good experience.
Your kids are going to go nuts.
The kids will like it. The family will.
This is a family brand, too.
Oh, yeah?
Founded by Gaspare Faluca, his wife Zena,
Gaspare.
who immigrated to the U.S. in the 50s and began this company in 1964 as an Italian bakery on Milwaukee's East Sides. They went to the
Oh,
Midwest.
Wow.
You don't think of the Midwest as Italian.
Yeah, well, we get
Maybe
we get
Chicago,
everywhere,
but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what happened to Zena after the show, huh? She started making pizzas. She married Gaspare. Xena the warrior princess.
Oh, yeah. No, Mike, no. They're both from Sicily.
Okay. I guess there's
So
two
that's just
Xenas in the world.
Yeah. Unless Xena went to Sicily.
Milwaukee's.
First.
Oh, I'm sure she went to Sicily.
Yeah.
I'll call Joss Whedon up and then ask him.
So they
That
opened a
Joss Whedon?
pizzeria
I
and
think it was.
restaurant in 1969. A local grocery store owner urged Jack, Gaspare goes by Jack now, to go into the frozen food business. I don't know when they actually...
They're probably not of this earth at this point.
Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah,
1968, 69 is almost 60 years ago.
Yeah. So you figured if they immigrated as a married couple in the 50s,
Yeah, so they're 25,
Born in-
24, whatever.
possibly they're in their 90s and still around, but
Yeah, there's-
they can't be younger than that.
Hardy.
They have 3 sons who run it. Maybe there were even others in the family who've taken over since. They expanded in 2009, but the company is Palermo's Pizza, and they make a few different brands. Palermo's, Screamin Sicilian, Urban Pie Pizza Company. I don't think I've heard of that one. Connie's
Yeah.
Pizza and Surfer Boy Pizza. Maybe these are regional things.
It must be. They just kind of cater their marketing to the region. Does it happen to say when Screamin Sicilian as a brand came about?
No, I can't find that.
I feel like it's pretty impressive. The frozen pizza brand, frozen pizza's been around for a long time. It's a pretty settled thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain brands that have been around for a long time. For them to actually kind of break through the noise and and get a foothold in the market, I think is.
And they've
pretty
got,
good.
I see the pepperoni, a meat lovers, a cheese, a supreme. On their website, they've got Hawaiian also, which I haven't seen in stores.
I'm
They've
gonna
got
try that Hawaiian.
thin crusts, which I think I have seen, singles. They've also got breadsticks, stromboli,
I
And,
tried one of
uh,
those.
and what they call bowls of nothing but toppings.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, so it's just the topping of a pizza without.
I think Domino's does that too.
Do they?
Yeah,
What's the
And
point? So if you can get that and
just to
make
get the
your own?
carbs out of it. No, just
No, you
just
just
to
eat, like-
eat it.
Oh,
With no
that sounds
gluten.
terrible.
Marinara soup.
Oh, gross.
But yeah. And this is a thinner crust. It's not a super thin crust.
No, it's not. They have a thin crust, and this is not what
Oh,
they
yeah?
call
Oh,
their thin
okay.
crust.
I didn't realize that.
I love that it stayed in the family, and then they really sort
That
of
is
Yeah.
good.
really went sort of deep into sort of just pizza, and they kind of knew who they were, and they stayed who they were, and true to the pizza. I think that's pretty cool instead of branching in too many different directions.
Yeah, they mastered their craft.
Where are they in New York? Like, where are they now? Do we know where the corporation is?
Still Wisconsin.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow,
That's what I
They
said.
really
right?
stayed true to their
Milwaukee?
roots.
Or
Milwaukee's
Minnesota?
best.
They're still there. Wow. And I'm surprised they didn't sell to like
Yes,
a
Milwaukee.
big brand, another big corporation.
If I'm one of those three brothers, I'm selling out to
I'd go
Cisco
right to-
or whatever.
Yeah,
as soon as I can.
Stofers, here I am.
Just some private equity
10
group named
$10
like
billion. Here I am.
whole corporation.
Yeah, I wonder what their valuation is. Thought to be like, here I am, big food corp.
I think they're worth at least $5 billion. That's just my personal.
I would imagine. That they're,
Yeah, it's hard to tell if they're private. So,
what?
in March 2007, Palermo, this company, filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against Trader Joe's.
Oh,
The frozen pizza manufacturer claimed the grocery chain was trading the Palermo's pizza brand unfairly under the name Pizza Palermo. The two companies reached a settlement in July 2007, leading Palermo Villa to pursue no further action. The terms of the settlement were not disclosed to the public. Well, two companies we love worked it out.
We're just going to have to end this episode now since we are practically a Trader Joe's podcast. Sorry, guys, Joe.
they do have the mark at Trader Joe's and frozen.
No, we love Screamin Sicilian here. And also, Screamin Sicilian brothers send us a Hawaiian pizza so we can try it since there isn't any around here. But yeah, we love Screamin Sicilian. We love Trader Joe's. I'm sure Trader Joe's is probably, trying to throw their weight around. I don't like that,
No, I wonder if they branded their own from Palermo's and put it in, or do they just sort of take the name?
Yeah,
Because somebody makes that stuff that Trader Joe's puts their name on.
Somebody's got to make it.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's not making it.
Nope.
That Trader Giotto, though, he's making it.
He's making it.
Yeah, they found a real guy for that one.
I think they did.
They have some good pizzas of their own, too. Some good flatbreads.
Yeah, the flatbreads are great.
Anyway, we are not the Trader Joe's podcast.
No. We're the Frozen Food Podcast, and today we're the Screamin Sicilian Podcast.
So anyway, I think we've covered the packaging. Let's get into the actual food of it,
Yeah, and there's really nothing to say about the ease of making it. It's your typical frozen pizza.
It's easy to make.
Preheat the oven, take it out of the box in the wrapper, and put it in and time it.
I guess actually you had mentioned this, and this is just a thing I think with all frozen pizza, unless somebody solves this issue. But the pepperonis probably should be redistributed a little bit before you stick it in there.
Yeah, I had to do that.
So there is a step, and it's probably not even captured in the instructions. You have to be some kind of culinary genius to realize this and do it.
Or, in some cases, maybe you want half a pepperoni pizza.
I do like getting half and half.
Someone wants just a cheese pizza on the other side.
That's a good point. And then you could save a few pepperonis for later.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a lot of pepperonis. It's pretty well covered, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
In pepperoni.
Yeah. For me, it's too covered.
It was too many pepperoni.
It's too forward with the salt and pepperoni for me.
I think part of their brand is that they put a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah.
Like we're kind of in your face with what we're doing.
It was definitely in your face.
Yeah. It's more is more.
It's not them. It's all pepperoni pizza this happens with too, but I soaked off a little bit of the grease when that came out.
Oh, yeah.
What a gentleman.
It's just, I don't like when it's just
You're concerned about our heart health.
pouring on you when you're trying to eat it.
Yeah. But then what are you going to sop up with the crust? You need a little grease over there.
We added some stuff on too.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's much more to say about preparation of it.
Yeah.
And it looked good.
Looks nice.
It does look good.
Yeah. Yeah. When you see that, you're like, I'm ready to eat some pizza. It's more attractive than I think some of your lower brands of pizza. Like it looks like it could be a store, whatever, a restaurant.
It said 17 to 19 minutes. I thought I set a timer. It did not set. I realized that a few minutes later and set it for 15 minutes.
Okay. I feel like the amount of doneness with frozen pizza is pretty personal anyway.
Yeah.
I usually try to leave it basically in as long as I can until the cheese starts burning a little bit.
That's how I like it too. I like it well done.
Yeah, I could have let it go a little longer. I like it that way too. I tried to get the couple of pieces that were most burnt.
It was pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if this, to me, there was some parts that tasted like not burnt, but like just on the edge. I think if this was in any longer, we would have had more Bernie flavor. So I think you nailed it.
Yeah, I do too.
Flavor.
It's a good job.
Bernie Sanders flavor. Tastes great. Love it.
I like the crust on this.
I think it's one of the strengths of this pizza. The crust is, it's It's a little bit crispy. It's savory. I guess I'm not sure what else to say about it. I just like it.
I do too. It did remind me a little bit of less bready, doughy of the Red Baron.
Mm.
It reminded me of the same flavor, but the proportion for this style was much better.
Yeah.
As I compare. So it wasn't bready. I liked the crispiness to it.
Yeah.
But I think the basic flavor profile was the same for me. But I liked it.
And what do they say about the sauce on the front there?
It was the best sauce ever made. They basically said it's a secret recipe.
Secret recipe sauce.
Secret recipe. Yeah. It's a good sauce.
And it's a good sauce.
Yeah.
There's the right amount.
It was
of
fine.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese. The cheese is good. You get some nice little burnt bits of cheese. Love
Yeah, it was
that.
100% real.
It's got real cheese. It's advocated for by the cheese lobby. It's got the real brand. Now that when you look at it, I'm like, oh, I have seen that before. It's like a red kind of oval with a white circle inside and it says real. I don't know why that exists, but people got tired of eating fake cheese, I guess, at some point.
Right. That is the real seal, a dairy guarantee.
Oh,
A stamp of assurance. It lets you know you're buying a high quality product made with milk from cows that were raised on U.S. dairy farms.
yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't care if it's made from cows.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
be curious what fake cheese is made out of.
Yeah. I don't know. We used to have the cheapest like Cisco cheese in college, and that stuff, it wouldn't melt. You would try to make nachos and it's nothing.
cheese.
Yeah,
Do they call it food cheese or something?
probably, yeah.
Some cheese for food
product.
Cheese food.
I don't think there's any. Crust is really good. I don't think I can say, wow, that sauce is just amazing, or the cheese is incredible. The pepperoni is the best I've ever had. But
They're all good.
It's all good.
Yeah.
And to have everything good on one pizza, you don't find that on every frozen.
It's true.
Yeah.
What else to say about this? What else? What are our other criteria? We hit all of our criteria.
Yeah. Well, we're up to, taste, texture. And then the one did we talk about this on the air?
I don't think we really talked about it, but yeah, we were talking off pod a little bit, and with our pizza cupcake episode, one of the things that really set it ahead was just that it was a fun thing.
Yes. Yeah. I think we both gave it maybe an extra half a point just for being fun.
Yeah. So we're going to officially add that as a criteria. This is something we're going to
fun
consider.
factor?
Fun factor, like whimsy, a little whimsy.
Oh. Okay.
That's
See?
good. That
Whimsy.
whimsy.
Yeah. I think this one has a lot of whimsy.
I think the box is the whimsy.
The box is the whimsy. Yeah.
box
The
makes
actual
it.
pizza is
Like the
Yeah.
experience starts at the box.
Yeah.
When you're buying.
yeah, to feast for the eye.
Yeah.
And the screaming, why is the Sicilian screaming? Do they just all scream?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's good
We
to-
all do.
That's why we brought
We
Joe in.
all
So
do.
you could comment on this.
We're all loud. We all are very out there.
Yeah.
Kind of like this pizza.
Yeah. I was going to say that it should have some hands on it too, maybe some gestures, but it actually does have some hands. And not where you
Does it?
expect them, but it's got these.
Oh, yeah, right at the top.
at the top.
Pointy fingers.
I
Yeah.
don't know why is it like this pointy? It's got the.
It's
index
got the
finger,
El
the
Malocchio.
pinky.
It's so it's like against the evil eye. Like if you give somebody
Oh.
the evil eye, you do this.
Okay.
And remember you'll see a lot of Italians wear the chain with the finger down. It's
I
like
don't
with
think
the
I've ever
pepper. You'll
noticed
see that.
Oh, okay.
And that's to ward off the evil eye.
Uh-huh.
So they're really leaning into the Southern Italian.
They
lore.
really know their Italian stuff.
Yeah, Zena and
And
her
Gaspachi.
husband.
Sorry, Screamin Sicilian, for getting your founder's name wrong so many times.
It's a hard one.
Jack. Just go by Jack.
Jackie
Okay.
and Zena.
Yeah. I'm not sure what else to say about this pizza. I love the brand. I like this pizza. But yeah, Joe, do you want to, as the guest, you can summarize your thoughts or, go first with a kind of summary
Yeah.
and rating?
I mean, I think the first thing that hits me, outside of the visual piece when I actually eat it is right away. It's that pepperoni, salt
Mm-hmm.
sort of, and then a little bit of the crust sort of blends that in, and it's nice. I can really see this being like a real late night fun thing, or on a
Mhm.
Friday when you're just too tired, had a terrible week. Like it's going to be really, really satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the portions are really good. I liked it. I liked it.
Oh, one thing that I didn't mention, I don't know if we really want to factor this into the rating, but we did, Darren mentioned it earlier, we did have some extra stuff with it. We tried it plain, but also with a little hot honey. Mike's Hot Honey, and then also we had some hot sauce.
Yeah.
So the hot honey with a pepperoni is really good.
Yeah.
It is so savory and salty.
Really is good.
Yeah. So yeah, that even kicked it up another notch, but that's not really something that Mr. Sicilian did.
And my sister rated it.
Yeah, let's.
I think without the hot honey was phenomenal. Without the hot honey, I'd probably give it a 3 to 3.5. But adding that hot honey to bring that deep salt down a little bit and blend it, I gave it a 4. Like that was, and I have a big sweet tooth too. So like all together, that was terrific.
Yeah. All right. So official 3.5.
3.5.
Lukewarm.
I'd say 3 to 3.5, but not bad. Like I'm right, like all, I liked it.
Nice.
I could see myself coming back on a Friday really tired and just throwing that in and just loving every minute of it.
Yeah. All right. Joe gives it a lukewarm and a half.
Yeah.
Is that lukewarm?
That's lukewarm.
Middle's lukewarm.
Oh,
but that's
three's
okay.
lukewarm,
It's a good
lukewarm,
score.
yeah.
Yeah.
3 is a good score.
4 is,
But I gave it a 4 with the hot honey.
Yeah. It's all good. You say what your heart says.
That is.
Yeah.
Yep. Sticking with it.
Darren, your thoughts?
Yeah. We've said a little bit before, we're judging this as a frozen food. So certainly there are better pizzas I've had.
Certainly.
Yeah. Keep it in the
Restaurants,
category.
great places with great ovens. Some of my favorite pizzas in New Haven at Frank Pepe's. So this doesn't compare to a hot, fresh pizza. It's a frozen pizza. But I think it is the best frozen pizza I've had. I'm going to go 5 on this.
Wow. An ice cold killer,
Ice cold killer. Yeah.
which is a good thing.
5.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. And like Joe said, the hot honey made it even better. A little bit of hot sauce. What was it? I don't remember exactly, but it was goat pepper sauce I brought back from the Bahamas. All good. But on its own, I think it's my top frozen pizza. So.
Nice. There we go. Screamin Sicilian.
And Mike?
Yeah, I'm up there with you. I've had this brand a few times. I really, really like it, and it was just as good this time. I will say I'm kind of with Joe. I think it's a little bit too much pepperoni. I've had their other pizzas, and I think I would probably rank their other stuff a little bit higher. So I would go like 4.5, but with the addition of whimsy, it's getting an ice cold killer for me as well.
Awesome.
We're in the two peas in a pot.
The last time we did this, I said, it's,
Do we have some? I thought we decided we would
no,
come up with something later.
We did say we'd come up with something. I'll think of it.
Okay,
I had something and I can't remember what it was.
it'll come up. 2 froze in a fro pod.
Froze duos.
Don't worry. We'll get it. Anyway, that is our review of the Screamin Sicilian Pizza Co. Holy Pepperoni Pizza.
With whimsy. Extra whimsy.
So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get things together for a segment. And
We got some fun stuff coming.
Oh, great stuff. You're going to love it. And we're back. Darren just whipped up a nice little drink for us for this new segment called Slush Fund.
Slush Fund.
This is where Darren makes us a fun drink, and
We get slush.
we tell them that we get sloshed. The sloshed with the slush.
This is one of the most complicated things it's definitely the most complicated thing we've made for Froze Bros. Probably one of the more complicated things I have prepared.
It's entirely possible. Darren's really becoming, I feel like this podcast is making you more of a cook. I mean, even though it's a lot of frozen stuff, but I feel like you've also ended up making some other stuff too. But yeah, we're going to try it live.
Yeah. So I don't remember which one of it. Was it you? We were talking about
Drinks.
Oh,
I said
for taking a hot cocktail.
Yeah, and making it a cold cocktail.
Making it a frozen cocktail.
So this was like a buttered,
This is a frozen hot buttered rum.
frozen hot butter. All right.
Yeah. I looked for the simplest recipe I could find.
Just still fairly
USD. Yeah. Well, let's try it. It's a lot of rum.
It's really good.
It is.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
This is good.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's a tasty.
I think it's terrific.
Yeah, I don't think it's over rum. You can definitely taste it. It's like,
Yeah, I can taste the rum.
It tastes like Christmas. It's great.
It is a Christmassy
Mhm.
holiday drink.
I guess it's probably kind of similar to eggnog, actually.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yep.
I guess butter's not usually. Can you like? Is anybody else tasting the butter? I feel like I'm not really getting it.
Just a little bit on the top, and to the back
Mm.
at the end, but not. It doesn't
Oh, you know,
overpower
it is
it.
there in the back.
It's there,
So
but
I
it
tasted,
comes nice.
this starts with melting a whole stick of butter, putting in a bunch of confectioner's sugar. It said dark brown sugar. I didn't have any dark brown. We used light brown. It would probably just have a little bit more of a molassesy
Yeah.
taste if
It's
we used
really
dark
good.
brown. And a little cinnamon in that. I tasted it then. It was very buttery. Then you put in a cup of vanilla ice cream. We used Haagen-Dazs. Mix that all together, let it cool, then put it in a blender with ice and rum. And the recommended rum was Gosling's Bermuda Black Rum, which I don't think I've had before. It's a good rum.
It's a spiced rum, right? That's like
Little behind the scenes
Captain Jack.
info too. I did a shot of the rum while I was making
Okay.
this also.
I mean, this does taste. It does taste like an eggnog. I'm imagining there's eggs in the ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
I would imagine there's eggs in the ice cream.
it's a French vanilla.
Yeah, so there'll be eggs, and so this is delicious.
Yeah.
This is very
Fresh.
nice.
French ice cream has eggs in it,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely delicious.
Yeah, very tasty. I think
you like
the slam dunk.
Slam
keep it,
dunk.
bro.
Yeah, this is
Keep it, bro,
this
from
is a
all
keep
of
to
us.
throw, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you, Darren.
Yeah, it was perfect.
I
Oh.
shared. Go ahead.
I was going to say
The
also
holidays are nice too.
Yeah, I appreciate that. While Darren was making this drink, he also brought some ice cream back for us from Connecticut from one of his favorite spots. So Joe and I tried that. What was the flavor actually called?
Cranberry chocolate chunk
Cranberry chocolate chunk from
from Arethusa Farm
Arethusa Farms. Shout out to them.
in Bantam, Connecticut.
So yeah, go to Bantam, Connecticut and pick it up because this was a really good ice cream.
I loved it.
It's in some stores.
Is it really?
Yeah, and you know where I've seen it actually is in Italy.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah. So you go to the freezer section in Italy if you've got one around.
You might find it.
New York, Boston, some other places.
And what's the name of the farm?
Arethusa.
Arethusa. Delicious. You don't really see too much cranberry in ice cream,
Yeah.
especially around here, around this time of year. It's phenomenal.
I like cranberry as a flavor.
I do too. Yeah. I like that little bitterness.
What are you
Which-
on your period?
Which, yeah.
Yeah, just always cranberry juice always makes me think of that scene from The Departed.
Got it. Got a urinary tract
my
infection.
UTIs.
No, that it tracks that I don't like sweet stuff too much. I mean, I do occasionally.
Yeah. And I just have things.
Cranberries.
Yeah.
You're making us sweet
Cranberries.
drinks, bringing us sweet.
There's a lot of sugar in this. Yeah.
It reminds me of some Italian ice cream or something. The ice cream that you got that we used to have growing up, and I just can't put my finger on it. But I think the texture of the cranberry was like maybe there's a cherry kind of ice cream that some Italians ate or ate growing up.
Cherry almond.
There's probably something like that my
Yeah.
parents would serve. And it was very reminiscent of that. And it was a nice sort of memory that came back too. And it was just delicious.
They make a cherry ice cream too.
Oh, do they?
That's probably a late summer
Oh, maybe.
flavor that they do.
Dope. Yeah, so thank you for that, Darren. Much appreciated.
And Darren, you brought it.
We had some Sam Adams beer with our pizza earlier.
Mm.
I bought the holiday variety pack. They used to put cranberry lambic
Mm.
in that mix, which I really loved. And I'm convinced that I'm probably the only person who liked it. Because not only is it not in that pack anymore, you just can't find it.
It's limited
anywhere.
edition.
I should find out if I go directly to the brewery, if they have it.
Yeah,
It's not too far away.
It's Jamaica plain.
yeah,
That's worse than Somerville.
totally insurmountable.
I know.
fun.
Like, hey, want to go see a movie in Somerville? Like Somerville. It's the next town over, Darren.
Okay, but for listeners who don't know, it is like 3 miles away, but it's like half an hour to get those 3 miles,
Yeah.
right?
It can be tough.
The New England culture, if it's 20 minutes away, why would you go?
There was more of this for everybody.
Oh.
I mean, I need to eat my daily third of a stick of butter for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have more.
I'll get more. Have some
Yeah.
cookies.
But yeah, so we also have here some Italian cookies from Modern Pastry, which is a staple in the Boston area, one of people's favorite Italian bakeries, known for their cannolis, but also other stuff. There's also a bar in the basement, FYI.
There is. Yeah.
Yeah, they're known for their rivalry with Mike's Pastry in Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I drove into the North End in Boston yesterday. We wanted to do some cookies like this. There's another lesser known bakery that's really good called Bova's.
It was a great spot.
Yeah.
Open 24 hours.
I got a slice of pizza there.
Oh,
But
nice.
they did not have the cookies that I was looking for. These layered rainbow colored Italian cookies. I specifically wanted these, and I only found them at Modern. And I froze a few too, so
So we're also
I
gonna
can try them that way.
keep it bro or let it go for these. In case we didn't officially say it, the ice cream's a keep it. Do we say keep
Yeah, I would.
it? We're keeping it.
I'd keep the ice cream. Yeah, this drink is the absolute keep it.
Wow. The texture in these cookies is firm after they've been frozen. So for those not familiar with this, the classic Italian cookie, it's got a layer of, it's like a cake, 3 layers of cake kind of. It's green, yellow, and red. And I think they do all have unique flavors.
You know what's interesting? There's it's almond. There's almond macaron almond paste in that.
Like
You can
sticking them
taste it
together.
better when it's frozen.
Oh yeah?
To me, I think maybe because the chocolate on the outside, you don't taste it as prominently when it's frozen first.
Yeah.
But I like these frozen.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
They're really good.
I'm not really a fan of it frozen. I still like it. It's a little too firm.
Pretty firm.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh,
But if we're gonna talk about whether, and as far as the keep it bro or let it go, you got to think about, would you ever do this frozen versus just having them regularly? And unfortunately, I'm kind of with Darren. Even though I do kind of like it frozen, I probably would never do it. So I'm gonna let it go, even though it's still pretty good.
I say for the frozen version too, we let it go.
I'm keeping it, bro.
All
right, well, These were my favorite cookie growing up. My aunt
Were they really?
Josephine made these.
Josephine's making a comeback.
Yeah. And she knew they were my favorite and made them every year. She'd make extra, put some in the freezer, not to eat frozen. They would get defrosted and then have some a few weeks later.
Wow.
When she passed, her daughters, my cousins, are not much for baking much. But I got the recipe and I tried it. These are a pain in the ass to make. It's like a 2-day process.
Sure. That makes sense.
There's not different flavors. There's just different colors. There's almond in the dough.
Yeah,
it's in the dough.
It's the almond.
There's so many different steps. You got to mix one thing at a time, keep it in the refrigerator for a few hours, then mix the next thing in a few hours.
Yeah.
There's different flavors of jam in between though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I see this. I didn't realize that was jam.
Nice.
But what's the actual name of the cookie? Do you know?
A Neapolitan or
I mean, I would imagine it looks like
I've seen them just called rainbow cookies or sometimes 7 layers, but there's not really, I'd consider 3 layers.
2.
But if you consider the 2 layers of jam in between and the chocolate on the top and the bottom,
yeah, it is. It's 7. But just
it's
count
7.
with the chocolate and the jams.
Technically correct.
Technically
The
correct.
rest kind of correct.
They are delicious, though.
Does your Italian family make cookies?
Lots.
Yeah.
We didn't make those, though. Actually, Mike and I at the break were talking about how our grandparents' mothers would make the seed cookies, the famous seed cookies with the sesame seeds.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly the anise would have chocolate balls, lemon,
Yeah.
anise, vanilla with the sprinkles. My other grandmother made these ones with filberts, which are almost like a biscotti, but with filberts. Those are my favorites. I don't know the Italian name, but Italians are all about the cookies at Christmas. It's all cookies.
There's actually a famous, not famous because nobody else knows about, infamous, hilarious, really, Christmas cookie story in my family.
Okay.
It's going to sound like this isn't funny at all. So,
Oh no.
my grandmother, who died when I was quite young, my mom's mom, actually came from Italy,
Mm-hmm.
from near not too far from Naples, from that area, Campania. Made these cookies. I've tried to look up the name and the recipe. My daughter found it not too long ago. All I remember is the way they pronounce it is calzungil. Any other person looks at the word and would not say it that way. But
Sure.
something calzungil. It's a hazelnut, chocolate, orange spices mixture. Inside, then, this pastry shell. It's kind of like a dessert ravioli sort of thing that I think might get deep fried.
With the nuts in it?
Some kind of nuts too.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my grandmother makes the filling one year right before Christmas to then defrost and make the cookies for Christmas. She gets sick and wasn't able to make the cookies for Christmas. She actually then passes in January. The cookie filling stayed in the freezer. My aunt, Josephine, and her husband and family lived with them, then sold the house a few years later. They lived in a multifamily house altogether. When they moved, they took the cookie filling with them. It became sentimental. No.
They didn't have a
So
picture?
occasionally over Christmas Eves, it would come up. Is it still in the freezer? Yeah, it's still in the freezer. Then forward like another 40 years. My aunt passes, my uncle passes a couple of years later. It's still in the freezer. My cousins throw that fucking thing out.
Those bastards.
Part of that's mine.
Oh, that's your inheritance.
Yeah, a third of that.
Yeah, you should.
A third of that 40-year-old cooking mixture should be mine.
Damn.
I think I know which cookies you're talking about, though. I kind of forgot about them. Though the ones my grandma, sort of this layer with the, it sounds like, it's not exactly mince, but it's like,
It is kind of a,
but it's mincy. But I loved it.
it's a weird texture.
But I don't think they deep fried ours. I think
There's like grated orange and lemon in it too. And
yeah,
Anyway, that's our segment. Slush Fund.
that was really good.
Italian
I know
cookie
Slush
top.
Fund is a hit.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Thank you to Darren. He did all the legwork to pull all that stuff
That's
together.
great.
we got one more quick thing we could try, actually, since we're having some rum-based drinks. We dropped some gummy bears into rum also.
Oh,
I
shit.
did this weeks ago.
Are they frozen?
They're not frozen. With the vodka, we didn't like them frozen.
Oh, you can't.
But,
fuck it isn't freezing.
All right.
Let's grab one of those.
Let's do a shot. The gummy bear shot. All right. Darren's got the rummy bears.
To add to the slush fund,
Okay.
these are in Captain Morgan.
Well, we're getting all the spiced rums.
I got a lime.
Limey.
These puffed up quite a bit more than the vodka ones. Nothing having to do with the liquor, just the fact that
I
these
like
have
the
been
rum.
sitting around almost 6 weeks.
The rum is better than the vodka.
The rum is better than vodka.
The sugar. Yeah.
This is something I'm sort of totally indifferent on.
Yeah.
It's fun, but I'm not going to bother doing this again.
Yeah, it scores some whimsy points, but yeah, I think it's all let it go.
Yeah, I think it's. I wouldn't go out of my way for. Though this buttered rum
The drinks,
was a
keep it bro from all of us.
keep it bro.
Yeah.
We're split on the Italian pastries.
We all like the cookies.
Yeah,
Split
the
on
cookies
whether
are amazing.
worth frozen them. I don't like them frozen. I prefer them unfrozen.
And Darren, just for our listeners, since we said that you would try on the mustache,
Yeah,
I punched out the mustache.
got to take a picture for the.
You got a little
Right.
bumped on in the boat into
Like this
your
in my
nose.
nose.
So no one else can
Because
try.
that's a personal
That's
mustache.
really
You're
good.
going to pass this around.
That's personal. No, I already got one. I got one. I'm good.
All right. Well, that's our episode. Thank you to Substrates for our music. Find them at substrates.bandcamp.com. Find us on our socials. Check out our website. All our socials are on there. It's the Froze Bros.
TheFrozeBros.com. Look for us on Facebook, Insta, and TikTok, _Froze_Bros. We don't have much of a presence on TikTok yet. We got Mike to make some videos.
Yeah, I'm working up to it.
Yeah. And happy holidays, everybody, whatever you're celebrating.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
We'll be back. I think we'll have another couple episodes. Oh, no, we'll have one more episode, I think, before Christmas, right? At least that's the plan. If we can fit it in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We'll see you again before the end of the year for sure.
indeed. And with that,
Fro you later.
Spoon.